Hello from sunny Singapore. Today, we actually have a special occasion because even today, we recorded our 200 podcast issue. And the thing is, today we will be changing our role. So instead of me asking question, Oleg will be asking questions to me. So I will be the person who will give all of the answers.
Maxim, it is a great pleasure to work with you. And how does it feel after making 200th video?
Well, I would say that when we were recording our 100th issue, it feels like it just happened yesterday because I feel like time flies and every Thursday we just get together, record all of these videos and, like they're being produced endlessly. So I would say it feels good and it feels like we just started.
Do you notice any changes? And if yes, what are they?
Yes, I would say the biggest changes that I noticed, I stopped feeling less shy when I look into the camera. I stopped really worrying because sometimes I really caught myself that I'm being like quite nervous when especially presenting certain items. And maybe the last thing that I see in the change that it is possible to talk about most of the things without thinking too much. So I would say it really helps.
What do you think would be the next milestone for you?
Well, obviously next hundreds of the issues, but besides of that, I do believe there are a couple of things that I want to describe in the articles and eventually have a book of this, meaning that whatever we are talking about, I'm actually looking into, okay, in what I do at work, whether it's possible to put it in the packet in a nice case, put into the nice article and eventually have a book so that other people can read and learn more about some sort of things, interesting things that get used in their work too.
Really great. Whether recording podcasts affects your work and your career in general?
I would say yes, because first thing I learned how to perform. And as a manager, I do have to present a lot of the ideas to a different levels of people. And presentation is not only, like talking nicely, but being convincing. And it comes to a lot of factors like a body language, the way you structure your speech, how expressive you are, whether you do any initial preparation. And again, like it's something that I do believe should ignite people or even empower to make a decision or do something better and, like achieve great things together. So the answer is yes.
Impressive. We do cover a lot of different topics. What is your preparation process look like?
So I got a list of the questions that I'm going to ask. And to our viewers who first see this, Oleg, he does know like what I will be asking for. So I go through this list and think, okay, what kind of questions I may ask in advance? Like what will be the interesting twist of the story? What might be, maybe we will need to go into certain details. This is the first approach. Another thing, and again, like thanks to you, Oleg, when I walk down the street or go to like any special occasions or work on some items, I would say I have some sort of like a mental pockets. Every time I see something, I actually add it to this list and thinking, okay, when we will have an issue or like when we have another podcast recording, I will make sure to actually add it to the discussion as well.
Are there insights or tips and tricks from the postcards that you use in your life or work?
Yes, there are a few. And actually, I would not only give kudos to you, but actually to your colleague Daniil. It's about the skill of performance. So one of the things that I always do, no matter what, is basically do preparation before any of the speech, basically going to my mirror and trying to rehearse. So this is the second one. This is the first one. Second one, I do a bit of like exercising. And for that, I use the cork from wine, which maybe sounds funny, but I try to say the same thing with the cork. And then the moment you start talking to people, you feel like, okay, you kind of energize, your articulation is good and you just like ready to go.
Maxim, after 200 videos, is there any funny or unusual story you could share with us?
Yeah, I would actually share a couple of it. So first thing, when I was traveling and when I was in Kazakhstan, so the connection was not really good. And you suggested to me that whether you can, like put your phone closely to the window because, like it may potentially improve the network. So literally like when you see me on the camera, what you don't see behind the table, that my hand is just like being curved in a very weird way. And I like have to press it. So this was the first story. Second thing is like there were a lot of dogs barking in the certain area, and I realized actually when we will be recording a podcast, people might be hearing some voices of the dogs. So what I was thinking, okay, I need to record and see whether I can hear it or not. But apparently, I think they call it Murphy's Law, dogs start barking. So what I did, I pressed the recording and went like barking like by myself, just to try to emulate like how exactly it will sound. So again, just a little preparation, and it helped at that time.
Wow, cool. For our viewers, as they may be curious about it, how many attempts do you make per podcast?
Well, I would say it's actually pretty close to zero, because whatever we're recording, it's maybe I take a step back. And again, like this is something that I learned. Whatever you do, don't think this is a draft. Like think of it like that you only will have a one chance to record it. Yes, sometimes I would, like starting with the intro, I probably would make some sort of, like false or whatever. But in general, I would say there is only one attempt. And again, like the same principle applies here. Like you do whatever you can and you go like 100%.
Great. Do you watch our previous recordings to compare it with recent ones? And what do you think about them?
Well, I do. And the thing is, like every time I watch like some of the initial recordings, I feel like, oh my God, like actually, was my body language something that I was not really controlling. The way I talk, the way I ask questions, it makes me feel, like bad about what I was doing. I'm not saying I'm great at the moment, but it really helps you to see the progression. And this is something again that I apply in my life as well, but basically like doing analysis like before and after and thinking, okay, what will be the next, like where exactly I can improve.
Maxim, we shoot videos every week and it is late hour for you where you are or even might be traveling. How do you deal with it?
It was hard at the beginning, to be honest. For example, now we're recording and it's almost midnight at where I am. But again, another great things come to mind. Like I realized, okay, whatever I do, whatever anyone else do, and if you have like a certain cadence, if you have like certain discipline, basically, no matter what, you have to set your camera, you have to, like be shaved, look nice, set your phone, get ready, and just like get going. So with the time, I actually started getting pleasure of it, just basically accomplishing the list of the things, and maybe additional things for the viewers. Whatever podcast they see, the number is not real because there are way more recorded. So again, like it gives another, I call it like a delayed gratification, because there is more that already was recorded. So every time there is a new recording session, I do believe it's a great contribution to the future.
Maxim, and also let's recover small mystery. Tell us about your position, how you stand or sit during our recordings.
All right, this is a good question as well. I didn't see this coming, but for all of the recordings, I'm actually standing. So again, like initially it was slightly hard. So now I don't really notice anything of this. So all of the podcasts that we record, I'm standing.
Okay, and my last question, and always you say, do you read comments under our videos?
I do, and I reply, and I really appreciate like whatever people are saying about videos. So yeah.
Maxim, thank you very much. I am proud to make this video with you, and also I want you to know that I tell to everyone that you are my English teacher. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and peace to all of the world.